Hi guys, nice to see you again. In this moment I explain social studies, guide number 1 and guide number 2. For that reason I'm gonna to explain about the topic for this unit 1, okay? So the, the best question in this topic is, what is a community? Okay, a community is a group of people living or working together in the same area. People in communities may go to the same schools, shop in the same stores, do the same things. They also help each other and solve problems together. If it's a bigger community, the people in it meet not always go to the same places. So, but they meet, like, or believe in the same things. What kind of community are you in? Let us start with your family. With your family is a community. There are a type of community because they usually live together and do a lot of the same things. So there are your friends, for example, other community in second grade. There is a special community, our fraternity responsibility. You remember? What is your fraternity? Okay, responsibility is a community. They share your ideas and probably go to the same school. Other community, for example, your neighbor. Your neighborhood is a community, and your town or city is a community in your state. Your state is a community. For example, Bogota is a community, Cundinamarca is other community that is part of the Colombia, okay? So what is the biggest community? So the biggest community, I believe that the universe, we are all part of it, okay? So for me, it's important you remember the topic in this part because the community is the reason of this unit 1, okay? So in the guide number 1, and guide number 2, the essential in this guide, the topic is a community. So I need to share my screen about the guide number 1 and number 2. Please wait. I need a minute. Is file. So please wait. I have a problem with the red. I have a problem with the website. Okay, okay. I don't know what happened in this part. Okay. So go ahead, please. I need you see my screen. So, okay. This is the guide number 1. You remember is the same with the other guides. Guide number 1, the third subject, class number, grade, second, and don't forget you write your name. Okay. The benchmark in this part is recognize the origin and historical development of the communities, but the content standards is community. For that reason, I talk about that of community because it's so very important you In your learning process, you recognize the importance of the community. And the objective class is to identify the groups which students know and they belong. And don't forget to use always theoretical reference. And these resources are so very important. For that reason, I put this link in YouTube because you should use what is a community, okay? And you continue learning about community in this link. So you continue in the activity. Textile production in English. Don't forget, please. You try again, you try all time, write in English, thinking in English, all skills in English, okay? And you continue after watching the video, this video, theoretical reference, you can find this video and later you continue working in the activity with the write in your own words that is a community. What is a community? And I help you, a little help you with in the last part, okay? And in this online class. You continue what is a community and that you understand. What understand about that, okay? But you argue and you make a summary, a short summary, don't forget, okay? But no worry because it's only your answer in 5 lines. So you continue resources, this is the same, and the link in YouTube, okay? This is the guide number 1. So it's similar to guide number 2. In the guide number 2, you remember this is the class 21, and you write here your name and recognize the historical background is the benchmark of your country. This is the content standards is the community and our country. Remember, Colombia, our country, and the community in your school, your neighborhood, I don't know, okay. And class objective, to identify cultural expression and objectives that give information about the history of a community. And to identify the groups which students now and they belong. And theoretical reference, this is the workbook, your workbook, because in this part is necessary you working and go ahead in your workbook. So the pages is 42, 43, and 88. And it's so very easy, it's only you need to remember topics, community, and working about that. It's something like that, the guide number 1, and this is the same in number 2. And you continue working in the workbook, and no, it's necessary you working in this guide because the activity is only the workbook. Later I say it's necessary you use the scanner or photo, or I don't know, but don't worry, only you continue working in the workbook, okay? But the resources in this part is the workbook, okay? That's all, the guide number 1 and 2 about the social studies, and thank you for your attention, guys. See you in the other online class.